And welcome everybody to this edition of Protestant Spotlight. I'm your host, Brother Dan Goodwin and Dr. Charles Hiltibidal. This is our update. What is the date? Is this the 25th? Somebody tell me for sure. 25th? 24th. This is January 24th. When this comes on, it's going to be 25th, 26th, something like that. And boy, is there a lot going on in the world today. And we're going to discuss some things. This is just going to be very brief. But we want you to know the show coming up this week on CTN Television, which airs every Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. Every Tuesday night, they replay that show at 11 o'clock Eastern. That's CTN. It's on Dish Network and, Roku, satellite, all them places that I don't know anything about. It's also on here on the YouTube channel as well, and Rumble. Doc, we are going to talk about America at war in this little brief thing here because we're just about there.
It looks like it.
An alert just come over my phone just moments ago, and this is, what time is this? It's 2:30 p.m. Central Time on January the 24th. An alert came on, said thousands of U.S. troops have been placed on alert. Mm-hmm. Whatever that means.
Yeah.
And there's...
The warmongers are beating their drums.
And they're trying to get out of the embassy in the Ukraine. Mm-hmm. And what I read last night was that they were being told, the government was being told that it can't be done as quickly enough. I don't know what that means either, but...
Well, look how quickly they done it in Afghanistan.
Yeah, isn't that something?
Just turn the lights out and walk off.
Yep. So Russia's on the doorstep.
Yep.
I read a report that as of last night, they said they believe that Russia would be in within 5 days that they would be in there.
I don't doubt it, but you brought up before we began recording. I can see Russia's point of view when it comes to NATO. Years ago,
Ukraine, they're trying to put Ukraine inside the NATO bloc, which means everyone protects each other.
That puts United States military
on the border
of Russia. And we didn't want, when Russia was putting them out in Guantanamo Bay,
the Bay of Pigs.
We didn't want that for us.
We were willing to go to World War III
on that
in the 60s and yet to keep Russia from being on
Yet we're doing the same thing to Russia. Honestly, I think this thing goes a lot deeper than we even think. I think it's tied to a whole lot of people in administrative positions.
Yeah, I'm convinced of
their
that.
Connections to an undercut world.
That Hunter Biden and Biden himself and others in the administration have some financial dealings that are under the table.
We're not talking about little dealings either. Yeah. We're talking about big deals.
There's big junk that's gone on. Everybody remembers they impeached Donald Trump over a stupid phone call. That was a
non-factor.
And when the real criminals are the people who are there now.
Yeah.
And
who knows, as you've said, indicate. I'm confident that blackmail is one of the biggest tools.
It's possible,
in
and I brought this up before we went on the air, that it's possible that Ukraine got on the phone to Mr. Biden or somebody in the administration, whoever's awake, and said, "Look, we have these phone records, we have these emails, we have these documents."
Oh, you
here,
bet they got it.
And look, we need your help, and if you're not going to help us, we're gonna go public.
Yeah. I don't know, but I'm confident that blackmail is the biggest factor of stirring the political decisions of our world today.
Yeah. So we're on the doorstep. America very possibly could be at war with Russia.
All that's going to do is enrich the rich who get involved in the war machinery and take the lives of good U.S. military.
Yeah.
And accomplish zero.
In my book that's just been out a few weeks now, The Kingdoms of Our Lord, there's a verse here in Revelation 11:15 that says, "And the seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord." Notice, are become. Mm-hmm. That's future tense for us. And of his Christ, and he shall reign forever and ever. Now that hasn't happened yet.
And our become is a progressive movement.
Okay. And that being said, what that means is the kingdoms of this world are not Christ at this moment.
No, they're not.
The dominion of planet Earth was forfeited by Adam to Satan. He's the
Yes.
God of this world. And that's what all this has all been about for 6,000 years now, is man fighting over kingdoms.
I think Russia is establishing her position that we find recorded prophetically for the tribulation days. I think she's setting herself up for the Ezekiel 38 war. I know it's a long ways from Ukraine to the Middle East, but they are connected.
I was looking last night in my my book of maps about. It's got as they are now, and then you flip this thing over, this clear plastic, and it shows what it was in Bible days or whatever. Pretty interesting, but I was a little surprised how far away Ukraine is, because that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
I was looking for a connection. If they get into the Ukraine, how is that on the back? Now it is another. There are probably ports up there on the sea
all down
there.
through
the Black Sea, I
the
think
Black
it's called.
Sea and the Danube River,
But
and all of
most
that.
of the important stuff
Yeah.
is in the south of the Black Sea. The straits are there.
Yes, and when Russia cemented their control over Crimea, they got control over the entrance to the Black Sea.
Yeah.
But the connection, I don't think is a geographical connection.
Yeah.
I think the connection between what's happening right now and the Ezekiel 38 war, that's yet future, I think it's a connection of natural gas and not geography.
Yeah. Okay, so folks, there's a lot in this little booklet, The Kingdoms of Our Lord. If you don't have it, go to the website. You can get it there. Prophecy in the Spotlight. Just click on my bookstore. In fact, I think this book is right on the front page, and you can just click on it there. This talks about the kingdoms of this world and what's really going on. And as I say so often, and I say in the book, it's all about a kingdom. That's what it's all about. And Christ is coming back to take back the kingdom that was originally his, and gave it to Adam, gave dominion to Adam. Adam forfeited it. And for all these years, it's been battles over the kingdom.
And coupled with that is very few people have a real clear and biblical understanding of the times of the Gentiles, because that is the kingdoms that we're talking about.
Yeah, and of course, 605 BC, beginning with Nebuchadnezzar. We've been in the times of the Gentiles since then.
Since the trampling
of
Jerusalem. If you scroll
back, you'll see a show on that somewhere several weeks past. We did some interesting topics about that. All right, well, Doc, we've got this the original God's Final Jubilee book that I did in 2014. The copyright in this book is 2014.
Is that the one with the mistakes in it?
It has some little mistakes, and most people wouldn't even notice them.
Yeah, but at least they could highlight them and say, look, we got Dan's mistakes.
But we found a few cases of these, and we thought some of the viewers would like to have them. They're on the website for in a donation package that we have. You'll see it there. I'm signing the book to you when you order it. And we of course, we give you some tracts and some bookmarks along with it. And I just think folks would like to have it just because it's the original cover, the original book with typos and everything else in it. And as is. So I think you'll enjoy that. All right. Well, we're going to get the show on the road. We're going to get the show. And don't miss the show coming up. The next video coming up is going to be about what's going on. It's going to be about the World War, basically. Wars and rumors of wars. I think
Wars
that's what
and
I'm
rumors
calling
of
it.
wars. It's one of the 7 things the Lord said, keep your eye on, leading you to the second coming of Christ.
And don't forget, there's still China and Taiwan.
Yep.
And of course,
And that's another major player for the end times.
Iran and Israel.
That's another player in the end times.
Everything could snow.
It's right there.
If you were China, what better time to strike Taiwan than when everyone's looking up north?
They don't even hardly have to strike. All they got to do is walk in, take over.
I mean, most of us had to go look at our atlas to even find where Ukraine is.
Yeah.
But we know about China.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this will get the attention off some other things.
Yeah.
And that could be what part of this is too.
Well, you know, Putin and Z, they're supposedly conflabbing today or tomorrow, you know, up there in China. So
which will be recent when they watch
very
this.
recent, yeah.
Because this is going to come up. This YouTube will be up in
If
2
you can't,
days.
if you can't see these things and realize that, man, as you often say, we're at the end of all things, man, we're there.
Yeah. Okay, don't forget we're on radio. We're on over, like, I think 45 stations in over like 25 different cities across the country. You can find out about those by going to the website. There's something you click on. It has all the radio stations, what time we're on. Most of them are on Sunday. Almost all of them are Sunday shows. 15-minute radio program we do right here in the studio, right over in our other studio next door here. And those are also here on YouTube if you'd like to watch those, 15-minute long. But we want you to know that they're on the radio, all in several, many cities across the country. And you may be interested in finding out about that so that you can listen maybe on the way to church, on the way back from church, or whatever. All right, Doc, let's get ready and roll our sleeves up. And we got a hot topic to talk about in this week's show. And all right, folks, until next time, keep your eyes on them skies.